All right, guys, this is Antoine. I'm finna hit y'all back up with this 1-2 punch. What we're gonna go over today is the review over Dark Phoenix X-Men. So I'm gonna be doing this method style. I'm gonna give the review up front, and I'm gonna give the spoilers in the back. Okay, this is an X-Men film. They try to get it as they trying to say that this is gonna be the end of the series, the movie series of the X-Men, or it can go anyway when you watch this movie. It can go anyway when you watch this movie, because you see, and I'm gonna explain that later on in the movie. Comic book fans are gonna know what I'm talking about, and some of y'all I'm gonna have to inform y'all what we're talking about. So I start with saying this. I liked it in the movie, but I can see why people say they hated the movie. The Dark Phoenix saga almost need to be a trilogy. It's that it has that much complexity in it, and it runs so long. You got to develop some characters to where you can understand how much of a threat they really are. So if you're a true comic book fan, you really not really paying attention to it, you already know what's going on. Kind of like what I was saying, get the feel of what I'm saying. It's kind of like what I'm saying, how y'all know how like Batman, how it annoys me when they try to change the character like Batman to a real light character when he's supposed to be a dark character. Same way with Spider-Man. Spider-Man's a real light character. So he got some continuities like the Venom saga and so forth like that. But for the most part, he's a real light character. So it annoys people when you really take someone that they really cherish, even though it's a fictional character that he really cherishes. It really gets us angry when you change stuff like that. And they didn't really change it. It could have really beneficial. It could have really been beneficial if they did this movie as a rated R movie. You understand? And when I heard, Logan, both of the Deadpools was rated R, and they're in the X-Men saga. The thing about this character is, especially with the title, it felt a bit rushed. When I say rushed, you gotta watch the movie to understand. You gotta understand the continuity. So when you go watch this movie, go watch it just go out there having a fun time. It has a decent storyline, Realistically, in the comic book series, for me to give y'all interest about and tell y'all knowledge about the character Jean Grey. Jean Grey is supposed to be one of the strongest characters. The Force, the Phoenix Force, it never really goes to continuity, which what I was saying earlier, where you need to develop the characters so you can understand what's going on. But if you're a true comic book character, you all know what's going on. That's what I was saying. The Phoenix Force is not a good or bad. I guess you can kind of say it's more of an anti-hero-ish kind of thing, where it's just a force that just goes and cleans an area. So when a population gets so bad or it gets too plentiful or so forth like that, it comes and cleans the situation. It kind of, I say that for later. I almost gave a spoiler away, but I say that for later. So this movie, it takes place around. It starts off earlier, well, right before kind of World War II. It's something like that. Not that far. I say kind of close to Vietnam. That era-ish. And then the movie overall take place around 1992. So we're done with all the old X-Men 1, 2, and 3. You can say the Wolverine, origins of Wolverine, the Wolverine, Logan is part of the saga, but it's kind of in its own timeline continuity. This series is all over the place. So I had to almost give y'all a 3-hour video to explain how and what's going on in the timeline so you can understand. But Wolverine, Deadpool, they all connected to it, but they're almost like that in their own universes, you understand? Anyway, it does hit on a lot of points, you know, what people, they do in the movie, it comes back and bite them in the butt. And they do it for the right choices, but for the wrong. They do it let's see here. They do it with the best of intention, but they make the wrong choices. And it comes back really to bite them in the butt, you know. And I just say most parents understand this when they deal with their children. Certain children have very amazing gifts. Might be a fighter, you know, might be really, really smart. And the parents are so afraid that they get hurt, they could get hurt permanently, that they don't let them explore their gifts. And then when the kid grows up later on in life, the kid resents the parent for that, and it causes a lot of stress, you know. So that's a part that we'll get into later in this video, what you understand. It kind of pulls a flip-flop on you because Jean Grey is not really the big bad. That's a spoiler. Not really the big bad in this movie. We'll get into that later. But overall, I actually went to this movie. I had a fun time. But like I said, I'm a true comic book fan, so certain characters I all know what the deal is. So if you all don't really know the X-Men saga, you might want to take like your kid or someone that understands X-Men so they can be explaining what's going on. So overall, I give this movie a 6 out of 10. That's probably a C+. 10 being the best, 1 being the worst. Out of my way then. I think Internet Movie Database got it around a 6.0 or something like 6.0 or something like that. But yeah, that's pretty much where I go. So it's a PG-13, so it has some mild language. It has some violence. It's a superhero movie, so I mean, come on guys. It got violence in it. Not bad like Deadpool and Logan, Punisher, nothing like that. But you got some scenes that kind of iffy, so you gotta be careful, you know, with what you watch. Don't bring no little kid. When I say little kid, no small child watching this movie. Cause there is one scene there that, you know, it'll take you by surprise. But overall, you'll go in, you'll have a fun time with this. Don't go in expecting to see a true movie like a true movie that's a movie that got a superhero in it, like The Dark Knight, The Avengers. Don't go in there expecting to see a movie like that. Just go in there expecting to have a good, fun time watching this movie. All right. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert, spoiler alert. Y'all haven't seen the movie, this is where you'll stop at 9:15. Start the video, go watch the movie, come back. Okay. Like I say, now, the Phoenix Force. It doesn't go into detail what it is. All it says is it's a force. When you watch this movie, you kind of get to understand that this force is no joke. It goes by as it pleases. It can destroy life and it can give life. Like I said before, there's a race of people in this movie. I say people, but a race of civilization that the Phoenix Force has chosen not to was no good for life no more, so it did them in. So there's a couple of them. They eventually become the real bit bad of this movie. You get to see how people try to take advantage of people in their most vulnerable needs, and then they go to them seeking advice, but they take advantage of that. You get to see in this movie where someone could literally be so strong that the parents are actually, they have the best of love for them, but because they're so talented and they can see the harm that it can do. Can't talk today. They can see the harm that it can do. They try to eventually hold back the gifts, and later on in life, when they realize what they could have done with their gift, then it actually becomes a problem, and it causes a lot of pain and headache. That's actually true in life, So all y'all parents that try to, if a kid's very talented doing a 4.3, can do a 44-inch vertical, for football, real talented with martial arts, stuff like that, where it's a contact sport, guys. So if they can get hurt, that's just always the possibility that somebody can get hurt in anything they do, not just a sport, A lot of mothers are kind of bad about this. Even fathers are bad about this, that the children can get hurt. And, you understand that you only want the best for your children. You don't want them to get hurt. But if God gave them that gift, if it's not illegal and it's not illegal in the body and they're using it to help other people, then, you should not try to hinder them. My belief is you should not try to hinder them, but you should try to give them the best of knowledge, get them more in it, teach them how to use that gift to help humanity instead of hurt it. And it won't be, what you be afraid of. Is there a chance that they can get hurt or even killed? Yeah. But that's in any walk of life, You can say that with teachers. Man, what can happen with a teacher? But, with all the school shootings and that kind of stuff, yeah. Or a teacher is meant to be an example for others, So most people don't think of a teacher like that, but say a teacher is actually meant to be a leader. So if somebody, if you want to be a teacher, then there's stuff you can't do. You can't be in a club popping out every weekend and so forth like that, because you're a public servant, You got to give up sacrifices and so forth like that. You get to see characters start off as enemies or frenemies, as you want to say, and they become closer to the end. And you get to see some people are so broken because of the choices they made that actually what started off as an enemy actually become the ally and the friend to help them go through. So that's another thing, You never know who can help you. So you always be nice to other people, You always try to help other people. Don't let them take advantage of you, but you always try to help other people. What's something else I can tell you about this movie? It does have a point where it's kind of sensuality, but it doesn't go into much detail about it. But as an adult, you get to understand what's going to go on and that kind of stuff. I ain't gonna go into the details, but you all catch the drift of what I'm saying. It does kind of got like a sad point in it, but if you watch the movie, you can kind of see it already finna happen. So it really didn't bother me. Another part in this movie, you get to see almost how power can corrupt people in this movie. But overall, you get to see some of the visual effects where you're like, God, dog, she's a bad girl in this movie, guys. I ain't gonna lie to you. But it doesn't really go into context how powerful this woman is in this movie. But other than that, guys, go in there, check it out, have a fun time. Tell me what y'all think. Did y'all like it? Did y'all hate it? Did they go too much into all the details and all that kind of stuff? For me, like I said, I liked the movie, but I felt that it was kind of rushed. I feel that it kind of needed to be like a trilogy, so when she got a power, it started off pretty cool, but I just feel they could just put more time into it. So just tell me, like, what do y'all think? Do y'all love the movie? Do y'all hate the movie? Or do y'all don't even care? Or y'all be like me, like superhero fan, like, okay, it's fine, but I all knew what was going on. But other than that, y'all have a nice night. God bless and forever. Peace.